people, especially with social media, and especially, I believe, also successful people in the media, actors, all the
Yes.
people, they always strive for a kind of perfection when in reality, you're never going to be done,
Yeah.
but that's how you are perfect. You are already perfect. You don't need
Perfect. That
to.
you are, yeah, the line they always, you think you got there, but then it moves, the finish line. And these are the people that are really the loneliest. The
Yes.
loneliest people are those who strive to always be perfect, because they just can't get there.
You're listening to the You Can and You Will show, a podcast that empowers female leaders, high achievers, female executives, and artists to be confident, to overcome their obstacles, and live that exceptional and successful career and life. My name is Catherine Louise, and I'm a business and mindset mentor and communication expert, best known for mentoring female leaders, executives, and artists so that they can flourish in their career and life. And you can and you will. I'm sitting down to share the tools to create that success and lifestyle and how to make an impact. Hi, and welcome back to a brand new episode here on You Can and You Will with yours truly, Catherine Louise. I'm a business and mindset mentor. I'm the architect of growth, and I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day because I get to have the amazing Natascha Sakota on the show today. She herself, she's a hypnosis specialist and a life coach. Hi, and welcome, Natascha.
Hello, Catherine Louise. Thank you so much for having me. I really so appreciate it to be here on your show.
I'm so grateful you were able to make that time because when I did my research on you, I was just inspired. And you just have that aura, that energy, that like automatically soothing. When I saw your picture and was on your website, I just wanted to be around you. And
Same, same.
oh, thank you. And it's like you are a specialist in so many fields. Like, do you want to share a little bit about you and what you do as your work and maybe talk about Marissa Peer?
Okay. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Actually, why it's weird when you start in the self-development field, it just becomes so like intoxicating. You want to know more and more. And I really just became addicted with all of this. So when I started off with neuro-linguistic programming 6 years ago, I loved it. I learned so many things, techniques and ways of dealing with people. But then I said, but what is executive coaching of ICF? And I said, but I've got to know what that means. And then I said, but there's also sport coaching, and I've got to know what that means. So I started to study all of these things. And then actually, when I was doing sport coaching, I had a fantastic mentor, my coach, who also came to me one day and said, Natascha, what is that one thing that your coachees would need to really ingrain the new learning? And I said, I don't know, because it seems like they get that step further, but then it's not really in their body, in their habits. He said,
Yeah.
let's do hypnosis.
Ooh.
And I said, hypnosis? No, 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 no. I have to be in control immediately. I can't do this. I can't. He said, no, come. It's not like that. So first of all, for all your listeners, hypnosis is safe and you are always in control, always.
Mhm.
So I said, let me start this journey. And I did it with him, my Italian mentor. And of course, I loved it so much. And then I saw Marissa Peer and I said, I have to go and do rapid transformational therapy. So I learned how to become with her an RTT, hypnotist and therapist. And that's my journey. So why I talked about that hypnosis was it allows you to firstly get rid of limiting beliefs that may be really ingrained because of past issues, usually childhood.
Yeah.
And then you reinstall the new habit. So the new, even in sport, the new mindset, the new way of behavior, the new way of thinking. And so we have obviously a procedure to do all of this.
No, I love that so much because when people, like most people, don't understand how they're actually in control over their life. When I introduce, for instance, my clients on really how, 95% of the way that you think, the way that you take action or not take action, where your glass ceiling, aka your limiting belief, how you believe what you deserve in life, what you could achieve in life, how that is 95% ruled by your subconscious mind. Most people don't even know that. And then obviously, one of the first questions would have to be, okay, how can I change that? And as you said, a lot of that goes back to childhood programming, like for the
Yeah.
first 7 years. And I found that hypnosis really is one of the most powerful tools to literally work on your subconscious. And this is why I love to have you on the show so much today.
Yes,
Because,
yeah, and I discovered that as well.
yeah.
This is
So,
what you're saying, yeah.
like, can you walk us through when somebody would try to be in contact with you and then really is like, okay, I have, for instance, really limiting beliefs on sometimes maybe food issues or really talking about their career. Money is a big one, I believe.
Yeah.
Like, what do you suggest? How does it look like really having this kind of hypnosis?
You know, your subconscious knows. It knows. And so actually and I learned this procedure from Marissa Pierce. So what we do an intake, and it's actually quite brief, where I ask the client, what is the presenting issue? So if it's food or career, we find out what is the problem, and we ask a few other questions, but quick ones,
Mhm.
what do you want? How was your childhood? Just briefly, brothers and sisters. And from there, you gather a lot of information as well. If there were some traumatic issues or things come out in the little phrase, what is childhood? How was your childhood?
Yeah.
And then I also ask them, obviously they explain their symptoms, triggers in this. And then I ask them, how would your life be without the problem? And that
Mm.
is important because at the end, I will ingrain what they want their life to be. And I'll explain to you how. So what happens? The person comes, we do this quick intake. And after about 15, 20 minutes, we say, okay, let's go and ask your subconscious mind because it knows. And people, just to give you an example where people, as you said, don't realize that 95% is run by the subconscious.
Yeah.
Often, if you tell someone, you're exactly like your father, if it's a man or whatever, they'll look at you and they'll say, never, never. They don't realize that they are carrying on the
Yes.
same things like their parents, and it takes a lot of awareness. It really does. And that's why with hypnosis, we are able to overcome the logical mind, the
Mhm.
5% that say, no, I'm not like my father. No way. And then 10 minutes later, you see him do exactly what his father
Yeah.
did.
Mm.
So that's why we use this moment of being calm but alert. So we are
Mm.
focused. So we get rid of sensory stimulation. It's like having a camera and we just focus, internally. Okay, so to really get in touch with what is going on. I can even show you a little trick for your listeners if you want how to do a quick
Yeah.
self-hypnosis. Yes.
Yes. Love that.
Yes, I'll show you just now. So we get into the hypnosis and we actually do what is called a quick induction, which
Okay.
allows the person to get into that state. And I'll show you that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then what we need to do though, is we say to the person, okay, you have this problem. And in hypnosis, we believe that without understanding why, where, when, and how you got that problem, you're never going to resolve it. So
Oh.
let's go back and let's find out. If they don't go into hypnosis, it's very hard because the scenes are sometimes, and things could have happened and you've suppressed them. They're
Yes.
deep down.
Mm.
You don't want to really see them. You don't. So you push them, push them, push them, push them, and you almost forgot.
Yes.
And in hypnosis, people say, oh no, but then it's all going to come back and I'm going to relive it.
They're scared. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't relive it. You're
Mm-hmm.
just reviewing it with safety because I'm there. Okay, the guide, the facilitator is there with you. You're just reviewing the situation. But afterwards, I have seen time and time again how people are liberated. They are
Mm-hmm.
able to let go because they say, okay, even with the phobia, oh, phobia then because this, and this happened.
Yes.
I understand now, but I'm now 40 years old. I'm not 4. I don't need to be scared of butterflies. People are,
Oh no.
Then,
Yeah.
yeah. So they get this release, a
Mm-hmm.
letting go of, because they understand why.
Yes.
That's the whole point. And then in some very traumatic instances, we also have like dialogue with the hurter. They actually speak to the person in hypnosis saying, you did this to me, even why. Sometimes that gives them ability to have compassion, to understand why, because perhaps their parent or the person, the abuser, didn't have the resources to, behave
Yeah.
in a better way. Or otherwise they've just released it. They're able to articulate. Marissa Peer always says the 3 things of emotions. Echo, you have to be aware. I'm jealous, I'm
Yeah.
jealous of someone. Be aware, I'm really jealous of that person. And accept it. Number 2, accept. I feel that. And say it.
Yeah.
I am jealous. And then this emotion is able to get out of your body. So we have a lot of techniques and tools. And then we bring the person to their inner child, to be
Mm.
that loving person that they would have liked to have had, because having an issue, maybe something was missing. I don't say only parents, could have been a teacher, could have been bullied, other people as well. And so we really, yeah, sorry, carry on. I don't.
No, it's just I love how you mentioned inner child work because inner child work is such a big one. Most people don't even know or don't even realize like how much of their and it doesn't matter if you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s, it really doesn't matter. Most of your quote unquote problems or limiting beliefs stem from your childhood because your brain is most absorbing and really ingraining belief systems
Yes,
from your outside environment, from your parents, your caretakers, really doesn't matter. And, you will experience further in your life everything that will sort of like make that belief to be true, right? It's almost like you don't see any other options. So even if people don't understand and have never heard about that before, inner child will do so much good for you. So I love how you do how you say that. And I actually also have that's part of my inner child work. I have 2 pictures of me as a little child at my desk, and I look at that every single day. And every single day, I'm like, "Well, I do this for you, baby girl, and you deserve this."
yes. You're part of me. We are here together,
Yeah.
me and you, we are in balance,
Mm.
and I love you just the way you are, unconditionally. And so we say these words as well. We use all of this. Exactly. That is exactly it.
Mm.
People really need, also for anxiety, often it's compassion. You have to give compassion to your little child that suffered.
Yeah.
Because actually, what you said is we make the belief and we're
Mhm.
kind of forced to because we've got to survive. We can't just say to our parents or whoever, oh, no, look, I've had enough. Bye, I'm going to live somewhere
Well, but that would be actually better sometime.
Sometimes, but impossible. We
It's
need those
impossible,
figures. Yeah,
yeah.
impossible. So we make the belief to survive, but then that belief makes us, we confirm it, confirmation bias. We
Yes.
continually use our filters to confirm, oh, I'm just stupid. Oh, you see, that happened. I'm stupid. And you continue to confirm that belief that you made.
Yes.
Interrupt it, break it, break it.
Yes, I love it. And when people ask themselves, okay, why is it that this and that person is so successful, living all of the life that I desire, and I'm here in a whole different life that doesn't feel good to me? Why? Where's the discord? Why does that person get to experience all of that and me not? Well, there you go. This is exactly the explanation for all of that. It is because you have at some stage in your life, most probably childhood again, ingrained all of those beliefs. And not because you wanted to hurt yourself, but really because you have experienced that and then experienced situations in life that have been confirming that on and on. And this is why it really takes that deep inner work to change the course of your life, really, and allow yourself to have all of those experiences. Because also, I am amazed by the fact how many people, almost want to say majority of people, experience and live a life, even the really successful people, let me just say that, living a life where they're not fully happy, but
Mhm.
they just continue living that life because they think, and that's a lot of social programming as well. That's the way it's supposed to be. Well, I got to pay the mortgage. I got to pay, college for the kids, all the kind of things. Like almost as if they wouldn't deserve being fully happy or believe they couldn't make that money being fully happy or whatever, because they just really have those belief system ingrained, that kind of glass ceiling. And I would just sometimes love to scream out there, no, if it doesn't feel right, it's not right. Period.
Correct.
End of the story. Trust that feeling. But I also, and I would love to hear your take on that, because I also feel like not acknowledging your feelings, not taking your emotions, your body symptoms serious,
Mm.
not allowing this to really be like, okay, I'm not feeling right. Something is just really not right here, is also a big part of childhood programming. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. So the fact is, how can I say, people continue to fill their lives with stuff, thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's could be shopping, shopping, too much social media, Instagram, telephone, addictions. These are, I fill it up because I'm not okay where I am in my body. And even if you can be the most famous, you know that how many famous people
Mm.
wish for their children to just be normal because they are
Yeah.
just, and we can go through all the stories, Amy Winehouse, etc., etc., etc.,
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe.
Mhm.
So people do so much, work so much, thinking that that's going to fill the void that they have, the emptiness, just with being and loving themselves. Actually, the solution is so easy. Marissa Peer, her 3 words say it all. I am enough, no matter what
Mm.
I do. I will always be, I always will be. I will always make mistakes. We are not perfect, impossible. We are all flawed, you know? And except people think I'm I'm not enough, so let me go and do more. And that's where I will become, but it doesn't work. And so the childhood, it's hard. Hey, it's not easy. I have to sit myself and go through all of this a lot of times. Things happen that I don't like, and oh my God, I got to really go in and say, well, what's the worst that can happen? How can I deal with it? Articulate my feelings. So it's, you also describe a lot in your website, your mindset, your state of being aware of it and coming to that state of, okay, I have this issue, but let's not exaggerate with the internal dialogue. Like,
Yeah.
let's rather say it's quite challenging, not, oh my God, how am I going to deal with this? Oh, I'll never deal with this.
Yes.
Change the words, change the images. There are many ways that we can do it. And so it's how far can we go until the pain is too much? When we hit
Wow.
that pain, then we change. And
Wow.
that's the problem. Because then, for instance, I hit the pain and got a cancer in 2013 because I was not looking after myself properly.
Mhm.
Running around the kids, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and I don't have time, I don't have time. And I wasn't even working. Can you imagine? So,
I do, yeah.
yeah, I filled my days with stuff that if I could just stay calm and maybe meditate or do hypnosis, I wouldn't have got it. But
That
yeah.
that is just wild, because I've had two cancers,
Oh,
2012 simultaneously.
oh,
And I know it wasn't due to stress at that time, but stress I experienced in the previous years, because both cancers were not in my family before. So
well,
it wasn't genetics or whatever. So yes, you are so right. And also what I would just love to say is, people, especially with social media, and especially, I believe, also successful people in the media, actors, all the
Yes.
people, they always strive for a kind of perfection when in reality, you're never going to be done. I think this is one of the things we learn in self-help so much. You're never going to be done,
Yeah.
but that's how you are perfect. You are already perfect. You don't need
Perfect. But
to.
you are already, yeah, the line always, you think you got there, but then it moves, the finish line. And these are the people that are really the loneliest. The
Yes,
loneliest people are those who strive to always be perfect. Because they just can't get there, you know.
I love how you really walk that through. And also, I know that there are so many hypnotherapists out there. So obviously, I'm drawn to you just for your energy and your aura. And it's just like, it's so easy to latch onto your positive just being, honestly. But I know there are also not so much certified people out there, let's say.
Yes, yes.
And you said in the very first beginning, that we're always in control. And I think that it was so important for you to point that out, because I think people are also scared of like really trusting probably a person they have never met before, and really not knowing what would happen in such a hypnosis therapy session. So how can you, because I'm really curious about that, how can you explain, you know, really letting go and relaxing on such a deep, deep level that you can maneuver around the logical, which is a big thing. And I don't know any other like stage in your life where you could do that except hypnosis, but also still being in control. How does that work?
Okay, so what actually happens? You don't need to go so deep.
Mhm.
Okay, we are made of electricity. We have those brain waves. So now me and you, we're on beta. So we're talking and we are all active. If you do a high performance sport, goes to the brain waves really go like this. But all I do is I take you to that next level, just under beta, where your brain wave starts to slow a little bit. And that's the alpha brain wave. And
Mhm.
as we go a bit further down, into a calmer state, we go to theta, but that's it, because delta means you're sleeping. That's when
Yeah.
it's really slow. We don't sleep. So you're aware of what's going on. How can I get there easily? It's, you know that you can actually wake up, go to the toilet, come back and redo. It's called the
That's
Zeigarnik
true.
effect. It actually then puts you back into hypnosis in a better and quicker way. So ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. No one will keep you in. Once I heard someone say, oh, they kept some people in a storeroom, a warehouse, and they never
What?
woke up. Impossible. Yes. No, no. And we cannot manipulate you. I cannot say to my client, oh, well, now after our session, you will buy me a Porsche to
Never
pay.
heard that before.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cannot do that. Otherwise, we'd all be like millionaires. So
Hmm.
really, you are in control. You are safe. You are only reviewing. So we repeat this many times. Okay, you're reviewing, not reliving the scene. I'm there with you. We could even maybe do a safety anchor if they're really scared, but it's usually not the case. Sometimes people can be resistant. And so now I'm going to show you with the resistant client who says, hypnosis, no, what is this? I actually just do them a recording. I give them a basic, I don't do the hypnotherapy. I show them a recording. I say, what do you want out of life? They tell me. I give it back to them, because you always want to repeat. The mind learns from repetition
Hmm.
what they want to ingrain that new habit. Okay. So I just give them this wonderful recording, 20 minutes. And what I make them do is this, however, and I'll just show you a light. Everybody in your audience can learn to do a simple self-hypnosis. So all you do is you keep your head straight. Okay. Yeah, like this. Oh, yeah, you don't have to touch, but I just do to, keep
Okay.
it straight. Because then, yeah, you have to lift your eyeballs up. Okay, look up, keeping your eyes open. That's it. Keep it open. Keep looking up. And then you breathe in. That's it. And breathe out. And keep your eyeballs looking up, eyes open. You're blinking. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And I see you blinking, you feel you're blinking, and it can be a bit uncomfortable, but that is hypnosis that's coming upon you. And for one more time, breathe in, keep your eyeballs up, and as you breathe out, close only your eyelids. There we go. And now, your eyelids feel glued together, and you imagine this in your self-hypnosis. They're so locked tight that even if you try to open them, they just remain stuck together, and you go deeper. And now, I want you just to imagine that there are 5 flights of steps in front of you, and you're now on step 5. And every sound and every movement in and around you just takes you deeper, deeper into your own awareness. You're now on step 4. And you can see your feet, feel your feet touching each step as you go deeper. You're on step 3. And every muscle, every nerve just turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're on step 2, deeper into your own internal wisdom. And you're now reaching step 1. Just be there, go deeper. And now, Catherine, Louise, I would like you just to think of any issue that you would like to resolve and give yourself the good suggestion. What suggestion will enable you to maybe make that bad habit a better one? Could be waking up half an hour earlier and meditating. Just think of those suggestions, those positive, even affirmations that could just bring you to improve whatever you wish. Could also be, I don't really need sugar. I'm indifferent to eating sugar. I enjoy fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Something like that. And so when we go into hypnosis, what we're trying to do is to give positive suggestions, okay? And this is something, yes, now you can wake up. There we go, you woke up, perfect. I don't have to tell you to wake up.
Can we continue?
Yes, sorry, I know your podcast, we have to end. I could have carried on forever. But the point, the suggestions are good. So people understand that what I do is we get better suggestions. I help you give yourself the right ones. And then the recording after the hypnotherapy session, okay, the session though, is the positive suggestion. You have to listen to it for 3 weeks at least, because we need to ingrain this new behavior. 3, 4, 5, the longer you listen, the better it is, and you do it and you do it. And so that way, we really change that default program.
And I swear, I'm like so calm right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like,
and you can do it standing up by yourself at the airport. You're stressed, you're in a line, just go up, breathe in and out 3 times, pause and say, I'm calm, I can handle this. You know, that's the self-hypnosis. I'm scared of flying airplanes. Go on the plane, do this up and down 3 times, breathe in and out, breathe out. Think of those steps and just give yourself suggestions. More, you know, like planes are actually very safe. Cars are more unsafe, actually. Okay, that kind of thing. Oh my God.
that didn't happen. I have to drive it a little bit. Thank you, Natascha. No, but I get it. And I also love how you're really supposed to be like, feed your mind with positive affirmations. So, Natascha, it was such a pleasure.
Yes.
You will have to come back. I'm just saying. But before I let you go, I would love to ask you 5 questions. Okay?
Absolutely. Go for
Because
it.
it just, I love those questions because I feel like my viewers and I get to know you much more also on a personal level, which makes it so much more like close as in relationship. So, number 1 question, obviously, what is your favorite food?
Fish. I love fish. But I also have another little thing that I love, which are pumpkin seeds. I'm crazy. I'm known for
really?
eating pumpkin seeds. I love to eat those. Yes. It's like my Zen moment.
I know like there are a lot of people who really love seeds. I love them in my cereals, so I get that. Question number 2. If you could pick any person, who would you love to spend a weekend with?
Oh, I still haven't had enough of Marissa Peer. And also,
Okay, can I join you?
Yes, join me, please. I had 1 week with her, and I could do it again. So Marissa Peer and Greg Braden, all these Bruce Lipton, all these people.
Yes, I understand that. Okay, can we do that together? I would just love to invite myself at this point.
Yes, we've got to do it.
Question number 3. What is your greatest achievement yet? I'm really curious.
You know that it is coming online. I started in 2000, I don't know when, 6 years ago to study, and my coaching, I only managed in January to launch myself online. I was embarrassed. I had this limiting belief. I thought I can't do it. And then I don't know what happened. I just got this perhaps self-worth. I believed I don't have to be perfect. I am who I am, and just let's go for it.
Oh, by the way, I will link all of your information down below. So if anybody would obviously love to book a session with you, get to know you, be in contact with you, can please go ahead and check out the show notes, which I highly recommend. What would your advice to your younger self be?
Always compassion, and just give her love all the time. Love, I'm there for you. I see you. What we discussed. Yeah, always, always, always. Yes.
That's powerful. I love that. Question number 5. What is your greatest source of inspiration?
It's learning, studying. I thought that once I got my degree, that was it. Oh, I was so happy, no more studying. Instead, no, it is so inspiring. Yeah, reading, learning, that's my source all the time.
Well, I'm so happy
from people like you as well, learning from you.
Thank you so much. Because I love how you say that, because I feel so lonely, as in I'm always studying. It's like I just can't fill up that cup. It's like, and then I find something new. And as you said, it almost self-development is like you're never going to be done. You're never going to be finished. And then I'm always so happy when I find somebody new who can like really share insight and knowledge I haven't heard before. And I was like, yeah, I really have to learn that, especially when it's like the energy is so good and so positive. I just soak it all in. So Natascha Sakota, thank you so, so much for your time, for your energy, for sharing your wisdom and just everything. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Catherine Louise. And you are also a role model for me. So I aspire to you. And it was wonderful being with you, really.
Thank you so much. It was really exciting.
Me too. Okay. Bye-bye.